Okay, Queen. So if you are working out, moving your body, and you still feel stuck in your fitness journey, this video is for you. So you might want to stick around and watch until the very end. What is up, you guys? It's your girl, Coach Ayla. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 common reasons why you're not seeing the results that you desire and how we're going to fix them. This is for all of my women who want to lose weight, drop body fat, and just become the best version of themselves. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. All right, Queens. Reason number 1 is you are doing random workouts and you're lifting the same weight. So the real problem is you're finding random workouts on either Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, and you're doing these random workouts or just doing what feels good in the moment. So the problem with that is there's no real plan behind it because you could be doing random workouts every day, every other day, maybe every week, and you're not consistently doing those same workouts that you have been picking out. Now, granted, I post workouts all the time, but because I am a fitness coach, I want everyone to experience what a plan feels like and following a structured plan looks like. So if you can't create one for yourself, I definitely recommend reaching out to somebody who knows how to create a structured plan. Also, sis, you have been lifting the same 10-pound dumbbells every single week with the squats, with the reverse lunges, with the bicep curls, with the shoulder press. You've been doing the same weight and your body is literally adapting to it. You need to pick up some heavier weights, okay? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I promise you, you're not going to look manly. You're not going to look husky. You're not going to look like a gym bro. Like, you're not going to look like that. Like, if you pick up some heavier weights, you're going to see the results because, again, your body is adapting to the weight, the same weight that you have been using for Lord knows how long. So with this, when you don't have structure, you're not going to see progress. So a few simple ways that we're going to change this, I'm about to tell you right now. So make sure you listen and jot some notes down. So this is the solution. You're either going to make yourself a structured workout plan, or again, you're going to reach out to a fitness coach who can write you a structured workout plan, and you're going to follow this consistently. And with the structured workout plan, you're going to practice progressive overload, meaning that you're not going to just use the 10-pound dumbbells over a matter of 4 to 6 to 8 to 12 weeks, however long your program is. You're going to gradually increase your weight. For example, if you're doing 3 sets of 10 reps for an exercise, maybe like, I don't know, squats or goblet squats or like a shoulder press or something. For that first week, you're going to do that exercise, 3 sets of 10 reps with that weight. The next week, you're going to try 3 sets of 10 reps, maybe go up to either 12.5 or 15-pound dumbbells, whatever you have access to. Okay. And if that feels like a struggle, try that for the following week. If that feels slightly easier, if you feel like you can do 2 more reps with that, then the following week, then you're going to go up 3 sets of 10 still and go up 15 to maybe 17.5 or 20-pound dumbbells. I don't know if you're catching my drift, but you're just going to gradually increase your weight. So that's what progressive overload means. So you can consistently challenge yourself. Okay. And with this, you're going to make sure, whether you have a fitness coach who uses an app or they use a PDF downloadable, or you have it in your notes, you're going to track all of your reps, all of your sets, and all of the weight that you're doing for each exercise. So you know what you're doing, how you are increasing, how you are progressing in your program. Okay, so making sure that you're tracking every single thing so that you know where you're starting from and where you're finishing with the program. Okay, so the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway is your body is going to change when it feels challenged. Okay, if you're not feeling challenged in the gym, you're not going to see change. You're not going to see results. So stop picking those random workouts. Some of them are great to try, maybe a leg day, a really challenging leg day, but that's something that you need to do consistently for at least 4, maybe 6 weeks, depending on you, your body, your time, all the things. So that's something that you need to try consistently, not just one time and you think you're going to get legs like whoever you see on Instagram or whatever. So just take that into consideration. Stop doing the random workouts and lift a little bit heavier. Okay. Let's move on to number 2. All right, Queen. So, another common mistake that you're probably making is you're focusing a little bit too much on cardio. Now, I have mentioned before that cardio is a great way to accelerate fat loss, but this is not the key to seeing the physique that you want, seeing the results that you want. So, you might be focusing a little bit too much on cardio, a little bit too much on running, a little bit too much on maybe jogging, cycling, swimming. So you may be feeling like you're an endurance athlete rather than somebody who is training for their physique. So you're hoping that it will burn off the fat, and cardio isn't the way to do it. Again, like I just said, it will help accelerate your fat loss, but the biggest tip, the biggest key is, I'm going to mention it in just a second, but you're hoping that it's going to burn off the fat. In reality, that's not the only thing that you need. So focusing a little bit too much on those aspects rather than adding in strength training. So remembering that cardio alone, like I just said, is not going to build your physique, keep the lean muscle mass, improve it is going to improve your body, but it's not going to give you alone the physique that you want. And another big thing is it can actually hold on to a little bit more fat than you'd like if you are overdoing it and you're not eating correctly. So here are some tips, here are some solutions to combat this common mistake that women make with doing too much cardio. Number one, you're going to include strength training. Okay. We're going to include strength training at least 3 to 4 times a week in your programming. So making sure that you're including strength training. Number 2, cardio is going to be used as your supplement at least 2 to 3 times a week. Also, again, depending on your physique, where you are in your fitness journey, where you're starting or not, but cardio is your supplement. Really want to focus on strength training here. Cardio is going to be number 2. That's going to help move the progress along, like I said, but it doesn't need to be your number 1 priority. Strength training does. Okay, and with that, remembering that lifting weights, strength training actually can help you burn more calories when you're sitting down at rest than cardio can. So that's going to be some of the solutions with the common mistake number 2, focusing too much on cardio. So to combat this, kind of switch it up a little bit, focus on strength training instead, and maybe reduce or just pair the cardio that you're doing with strength training to help balance it out, to help you give the results that you want to see. Don't just go into the gym and immediately hop on the treadmill and then leave, immediately hop on the Stairmaster and bounce. Like, make sure you're including some strength training in your programming as well. So with that, let's move on to number 3. All right, Queens, number 3 on why you are working out maybe and not seeing the results that you want to see. You are either not eating enough or you're not tracking what you're eating. So you could be eating a little bit too much. So this is a common mistake a lot of people make. Nutrition is surprisingly going to make a huge difference. Not really surprisingly, but a lot of people are surprised that nutrition will make a huge difference in your physique. I promise you that if you focus on your nutrition, your physique is going to change drastically. Okay. So you're working out super hard, but your nutrition does not even support your goals, which is the sad thing, is that you're going to the gym, you're working out, you're moving your body, you're doing all the things, maybe drinking your water too, and your nutrition is trash, Queen. What is going on? You're not either eating enough. You could be eating just one meal a day, or you could be thinking, oh, well, I'm eating. So you eat out every single meal. You have really, really large meals. Or another thing is you're just not hitting your protein. You may not even know what your protein intake should be for the amount that you're lifting and for your body weight. So that's another big mistake that people make. So protein is going to be key for fat loss. So if you can figure out for your body weight how much protein that you should be intaking and tracking your protein, I guarantee you that one little tweak alone really will make a difference in your physique. So let's talk about some solutions for this common mistake. So number one, this is a very general thing. Again, this is based on your body, a whole bunch of different factors. But if you get with a fitness coach, if you get with a nutrition coach, get with anybody who is a professional, they can also help you. But this is, again, very common general information that anybody can take and use it to their advantage. So you're going to want to aim for around 1 gram of protein per body weight. So if you weigh about 150 pounds, you're going to want to try to aim for about 150 grams of protein in a day. Now, again, these numbers may sound very daunting, but if you're working out 3 to 4 times a week and doing cardio 2 to 3, or maybe again 3 to 4 times a week, your body needs that protein to help build that lean muscle mass that you're trying to preserve and lose that body fat that you're trying to get rid of, so you can see the results and see your physique actually come to light. You know what I mean? So aiming for 1 gram of protein per body weight, that is a really good start. I've said this before, but start tracking your food so you can be more aware. So, your macros, your protein, maybe your carbs, your fat, protein, number one, is going to be more important than your calorie intake. Your calories are still important, but it is going to be a little bit more important than your calorie intake. So, start tracking your food in a free fitness app. I use MyFitnessPal, or start using your notes. Start tracking your food every day in there, or you can literally write it down in a food diary or a food journal, whatever works better for you. But just start tracking your food so you can be a little bit more aware of what you're putting into your body and not being so careless if you really want to achieve your dream physique. Another tip to combat this mistake is start planning your meals ahead so you can reduce all the guesswork of having to think every single night or every single week, or just every moment you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to eat? What protein do I need to have? What is a good option? Start planning ahead. If you know that you're going to have a super busy day, and if you know that you didn't have anything prepped maybe the night before, start looking around to see if you do have to buy food out, what can you buy from where in your area that's going to fit within maybe your protein or your calories, whatever the case is, and start being aware of those things. But planning ahead of time, I love to plan usually the week ahead, so I don't even have to think. I just have to take my meals out and just eat as I go, and I don't even have to worry about the portion size, the calories, the macros, nothing. I just literally eat and I already know what's going in my body, so I'm good to go, and I don't have to, it's one less thing mentally for me to think about. So if you can't plan for the week ahead, maybe the day ahead, maybe a couple of days ahead, it'll make such a big difference. So with that, let's move on to number 4. All right, queens. So number 4 is common mistake. You don't prioritize any rest days. So another thing is that if you do work out a lot during the week, maybe 6 to 7 times out of the week, you think that more is better, when in all actuality, more can actually cause you to be overtraining, and you could be more tired, and you could just be working backwards, and you're not putting any rest days, any active rest days in your programming, so your body and your muscles can recover and repair, and you can actually see the growth and the change in your body. So again, without rest days, your body is not going to be able to build muscle, burn fat efficiently because you're just so exhausted. And overtraining is very common. And even when you're doing cardio as well, you can overtrain in strength training and in cardio. So just be mindful. With overtraining, you'll see a plateau, which is why you're not seeing any results. It can cause hormone issues within women, which is something that you'd have to see over a period of time. And it can just cause plain burnout from the monotonous, plain boringness of what you're doing. Maybe you're switching it up, but you're constantly working your body and not giving your body a chance to rest. And again, can cause overtraining. So let's talk about some solutions that can combat this problem. So, you're going to want to listen to your body. Give your body what it needs. If you feel like your hamstrings are super tight and you just caught a Charlie horse last night, you might want to give yourself a break from a leg day. Okay. So, you might want to schedule in 1 to 2 rest days a week so your body gets a chance to properly recover. Okay. So, you just felt that cramp come on last night and you're immediately trying to go for a run. I need you to sit down and I need you to relax and maybe go for a walk, maybe go for a stretch, nice stretch. A lot of my girlies don't like to stretch for some reason, but stretching is a great way. Even if you just do it for 10 minutes after your workout, I promise you guys, it makes such a big difference. You don't want to wait until you feel overtrained to stretch. Stretch 10 to 15 minutes after your workout, making sure that you're prioritizing that rest, not just on your rest days, but also on your actual scheduled training days. You should be also stretching, doing mobility, going for walks. Maybe again, listen to your body and give your body what it needs. If you feel like even on a training day you feel a little bit tired, maybe tone it down a little bit during your workout. You still want to challenge yourself, but like for cardio, for instance, if you are scheduled to do, I don't know, a mile run, and again, your hamstrings are tight or you caught a Charlie horse, you're not feeling the best, instead of doing your run, maybe do a walk instead, some yoga. Give your body exactly what it needs because it's going to be so beneficial in the long run. So with that, let's move on to the last common mistake. All right, queens. So, the last mistake that you're probably making is you are working out just to check the box off, which is great because you're working out, but you are going through the motions. You are not there intentionally. You are not 100% even mentally there in your workout. There's no mind muscle connection. Even with you going to the gym, you're going with the flow and you're just moving your body and you're just there kind of sitting around. There's no real intention behind you going to the gym. So you're either rushing through it, you're just not focused, you're distracted, you're on your phone constantly, and you're not thinking about the real intentionality of you being there. You're not thinking about your goals, you're not thinking about what's coming next, and you're just again going through the motions of the workout. You're not present. Remember that your effort is going to be your time, no matter how long or how short the workout takes. Your effort is going to be the biggest thing that matters. Even if you only have 20 to 30 minutes, the effort that you do in the workout is very much more intentional than the time that it takes. The effort that you give in those sessions, even if you have a short amount of time, is so much more meaningful than the actual time itself. You making use of the time is more important rather than you just going through the motions and just doing random things. Again, it all plays a role. So I'm going to give you some solutions on how you can combat this last mistake. So, number one is going to be present. Turn off your phone or put your phone on do not disturb. That is you time. Also, with being present, set a timer for yourself. If you have to go to the gym at 1:15 and you have only 1 hour to complete your workout because you know you have something to do, set a timer for yourself and keep the workout going. Your rest times need to be short. You need to be moving with a purpose for your workout. So be intentional, turn off your distractions, put your phone on do not disturb if you need to. Listen to some music and do the workout that you need to be doing, and making sure that you're 100% present with your workout. Number 2 is going to be connecting with your why. Why are you there? Are you there because you're competing in a show? Are you there because you want to be healthier just in the long run? Are you there because you want to feel more confident in the clothes that you wear? Are you there because you have 60 days before your birthday and summer vacation is coming up? You know, connect with your why. If your why is very vague, then you might want to do some reevaluation on why you're actually going to the gym, why are you actually making these changes for yourself, because it's all about long term. This journey that you're on, that you're starting, is not a short term thing. It's going to be for a lifelong season. So, reconnecting with your why and remembering every time that you go to the gym, why am I here? What do I want out of this? And again, last, number 3, quality over quantity every single time. It doesn't matter if you do 3 workouts, if you do 10 workouts in a single training session, the quality of those workouts mean everything. So, that's something again that you need to reevaluate when you are there at the gym, using your time wisely, because the quality of the workout is going to be more important than how long the workout was, how much volume you had in the workout, how many different exercises you had in the workout. That's what matters. So, that is all the tips that I have for you guys today. If any of these hit home for you, please do not feel bad. You are not alone. There are plenty of women who are experiencing these 5 common mistakes, these 5 common reasons why they are not seeing the results that they want to see. These are all fixable mistakes. I gave you all the solutions, I gave you all the tools, I gave you all the tips that you can use and take with you in your fitness journey. But if you feel like you need more support on your journey, I am a fitness coach, an online fitness coach for women who want to lose weight, drop body fat, feel strong, and just become the best version of themselves. So go down below and check out the description box for any of my guides that I have. And also, if you want one-on-one coaching with me. But with that being said, if you guys like the video, like this video, drop comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, stay pretty fit, fam, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.